What's the good word, party folks? It's from High Priest, and I'm up about a mile high. Time right now reads 4:56 on a Friday, Venus's day. Moon's currently high in Sagittarius, y'all. So I did do another first quarter moon spread just for kicks. Really good. There were a lot of kind of felt a little bit of unclear, sort of not full clarity from the last spread. So this may be a little better. So I pre-recorded the pre-shuffle, and so I wanted to come on and just say hello and then cut to that clip. I haven't actually gone into a full meditation. So I'll likely do that and then come back. It is rather rainy for a summer day and in the Mile High. The weather hardly makes sense here, and it's not about to try to make any sense this season. So we're good, right? Yeah. I did just want to go and into the longer lunar phase family. So this references the new moon in Sag that occurred last year in November. So a lot of kind of catalysts to abrupt endings or kind of mixing of where you stand as far as like your job or relationships, and so a lot of that is coming into play and more highlighted. So where it felt more like it was a internal, singular, independent decision for yourself, now you're kind of seeing and coming to where you're fitting in amongst the crowd per se, whether it be work or in relationships, and perhaps you're coming into a much more grounded stance and a more internal power now that you've kind of it's like you're feeling the integration of what you've learned from what occurred in October. You're seeing the integration, and maybe this integration was kicked off in that late November new moon in Sag, and along the way we've come to this first quarter point, which just occurred on 24th at 1 degrees, with the sun in Virgo and moon in 1 degree Sag. The full moon mark is May of 2024, late May, at 2 degrees of Sag, closer to 3 degrees with the sun in Gemini, and then the last quarter mark will be in 2025, February 20th, 2 degrees Sagittarius, moon and sun in Pisces. So this is kind of a huge, I would say the next, 1 year and a half, just the culmination of this nodal shift, this latest Venus star point with the Venus retrograde, this Mercurial retrograde in Virgo, this Mars going into Libra. It's like again, I get the clean the plate, clean your slate, a clean slate. So it's wonderful to see. It's magical to see. Yes, I also really do enjoy the comments. So thank you so much for commenting. And feel free to engage me in conversation, although be careful what you wish for, because I do, if you didn't know already, I tend to talk a lot. So But Miss Kelly, I believe that you were asking about my name. My first name is Armando. You can call me Armando or Army for short. Although, and no offense to anyone, I'm not affiliated with, the U.S. military or anything like that. I don't know why that name confuses. Like, it's just short for Armando. If you can call me Army. And I do suggest the Llewellyn books, Cunningham, and Anne Mora Amiel. I believe that is her craft name. Anne Mora is one of my favorite craft practitioners. So her books I would suggest in terms of learning a lot of the Wiccan craft. Scott Cunningham is great, and the one of the guys, is it Bradbury? I hope I'm not mispronouncing his name. Ray Bradbury is one of the one of the biggest ceremonial magicians and purveyors of the Wiccan craft. So any of his books, very dogmatic. So Wicca is a religion, so it's got dogma in it. I may have to post some links up to point maybe some of you in some direction if you care to, but really it is about energy protection. So coming in with a clear sense and connecting to God and then going into a meditation or visualization, candle magic. I love candle magic, and I like working with the moon. Really, it can be involved. It can be meditative. It really is about protecting your energy, and what that means is coming into your ritual or your meditation with a clear mind, and then perhaps opening with a prayer and just asking for God to tend to your meditation with you, that you want to work along with higher source or spirit guides of the highest light, helpful ancestors, and then at the end you thank source or your spirit guides or your ancestors that were there, the elementals, and then do a little grounding, whether it's just a thank you, breath work, or like maybe you need to eat anything that kind of brings you into the sensation of optimism, and then grounding yourself. But with that, magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings and queens, this is your highest court, and I am your adjuster with the mercurial, lunar, planetary, vibrational messages for your spiritual evolution and human growth. Y'all will get a little kickoff, just by looking at the spread. I get that some of y'all got a little fire lit, and there's been a little bit of upset in some of your circles, or like just people kind of instigating for no good reason, and it's leaving you feeling kind of in defeat, and that's fine. This is giving you a clue as to those that probably need to catch that sword and need to be cut. Hey, it might be a temporary cut since it is retrograde season, but it might just be them showing their true colors, and that is what it is, right? Not everyone's gonna make the cut as you come into your full truth, right? Let's just cut to it, eh? All right, thanks, y'all. Alrighty, folks, we're back. Thanks for sticking around. I guess this is what the bonus for hanging out and listening to me blabber. I do have here in the Black Moon Astrology, I have card number 44, Solar Eclipse Revolution, which is the Two of Wands. And interestingly enough, I have the Two of Pentacles, Libra, card number 19, I Balance. And I also have the Magician, which has just been showing up. I think, so one of the asteroids makes a square with Mercury tomorrow. And Mercury is retrograde in Virgo at the moment, right? I'm getting a lot of people want to talk. Some people just want to talk. Some people just want to be heard. There's a lot of this anxiety, kind of a declaration, a need for order. So like people want to definitely declare a particular stance that they feel strong. Like, you know, it feels to me like there's a separation in some spaces. So perhaps you're separating away, and or in separation that has occurred. Like perhaps there was movement last fall, like last year around September, October, November arena. Perhaps you had to relocate, or perhaps you had to, or not had to, but perhaps there was a breakup, or there was some sort of divorce or separation last October, November, and since then you've been able to see really what's working for you, what's working against you. It just feels like it's coming now. It like over the last few weeks you've come to this realization. You're also like feeling like you're culminating in a way where you're like, this brings you power, the acknowledgement of your truth and your destiny in a way. The faded qualities of your life, you've come to accept that and come to find out that those are your lessons. And so now begins the actual fruition of a more creative style of your life, where you take the hold of your life, your vision, and you then enact it. And it really isn't about whether you feel that you're ready for, like, I mean, like age wise, like you could be young or you could be older. It doesn't matter. Can I just put it that way? Like there's a feeling of like, you know what to do, and it doesn't matter your age, ethnographic status. It just doesn't really like pertain at this moment. Although without a doubt, it isn't something that is necessarily something that you like is avoidable, right? But there's more of a you want to follow methodical but remain flexible, and yeah, so standing in your ground, right? Being kind of, I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but like people are pissing you off. You're like seeing where kind of you don't want to work with people. A lot of butting heads, a lot of like people just want to talk, right? People just want to be heard. People want to create fires and blow smoke that way, or call wolf, the boy that cried wolf, this way, because, you know, they're feeling out of sorts. People are definitely feeling out of sorts. I had this is air element, so getting Gemini and Aquarius, so just a lot of like chatty catty catty chatty. I don't know why I'm getting that. Like, is that, yeah, like people just want to, there's a quality of seeking and needing attention that you're seeing in folks, because you see that they are without order. And that could be things like whether their health is out of order, and this is from your perspective, right? So it is not necessarily that you're attempting to judge others, but you're saying you're now making connections where others sort of approach isn't in a higher vibration, and that is causing a lot of like that tension and kind of upsetting you. Having to work alongside folks in this manner, where people feel that you're in competition with them or something. I just feel like, get a grip. Like maybe you're like trying to tell these people, get a grip, get it together, keep the fighting words to a minimum. Definitely the night walks. So I've been getting a lot of that. Remember, your words are more powerful, and that's not to blow smoke your way, but it's more that your power should lean into practices like meditation and yoga, because those efforts will align the force that you carry to in more align and adjust to your will, whereas in other forms it is just more of a spillover, right? Or like a rage. You likely have a very orderly approach yourself, and are very much there's something about you wanting to flip the coin where you are very much always the one that takes orders, and so now you want to create more order for yourself. Or perhaps that's the suggestion from spirit, like as you bring more order into yourself. Okay, I get a lot of like love. As you bring more order into yourself, to you will come to really stand in your ground. Like it's like taking order for yourself, right? Like really not fighting others. I get a lot of turmoil and fighting, so this brings you out of the order, right? I mean, obviously that would bring anyone out of order, but as you come into order, whatever that means for you. And I suppose a lot of it does mean like for you getting into more creative outlets, but also meditative outlets, yogic outlets. Like you can do these things at home, and that's a good way to gain confidence before you step into the studio. And then it's suggested to try different studios out. Perhaps, hopefully there would be donation-based studios that you can drop in classes that aren't too expensive. But yeah, I'm getting that this ties a lot with you're stepping into your power and you're removing yourself from others causing you order. But on this hand, I do get like you are a part of groups that you, or like at least for work, right? You want to be a part of this. And so it could just be helpful to have practices alongside that, like meditation and yoga. On the other hand, too, I get someone very creative that just needs to, like the raccoon comes up often where this is just kind of getting that kickstart and like trying different things out, or at least picking up on a project that you put down. And with Mercury being in retrograde, Mercury retrograde currently being the phase, you are very much granted kind of that, a lot of leeway and like sort of picking up where you last left off. Right now is not a good like time. I get this card where it could be challenging to really start something new, right? We talk a lot about that lately, like it's more about clearing and bringing more order to your home. Earlier, yes, I was saying too, like you're finding whoever but it was resonating with the messages earlier with the fire ant. I get also that, yeah, working with your body and exercising or being more active in that manner has is bringing them more order. And this is now being highlighted in your relationships, where it is that you maybe felt that you took orders from others. Now you take orders from yourself, and you're owning that, and that is ending a huge chapter for you. The raccoon, on the other hand, is that creative spirit that just needs to kind of start, but also it could just be more that you need to ground yourself in a way where you can maybe have a moniker or a mask, like we're in that time, right, of like kind of trying different personalities and styles out. So like maybe you need a stage mask or stage name to help you with confidence. I don't know why I'm getting so much confidence, because I do have the heart center, but it is coming into your confidence will bring you more into your heart center, and you want to have that like tit for tat, like be more confident about yourself and your capabilities and your talents, or whatever, your knowledge, whatever experience you bring, and being more methodical about your approaches, taking more step by step and starting closer. Because right now we're in the retrograde. We're retrograding. Every planet is retrograding, right? So you want to just stay close to home, right, so to speak, and work your way around there. Manage yourself in that manner. There's like a huge release of tension that I'm getting from y'all. Y'all are like actually feeling well grounded. I know there's like people are very instigating. I'm so sorry, I haven't even mentioned any of the signs. I mean, I believe I have mentioned the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn. So I also have all the two of wands. I have the ace of wands and two of wands energy. It's like a challenge. This is challenging, right? At least it just feels challenging at the moment because of the BS. Can I throw that one out? But this is really like the outcome. 10 of Cups. It's because you're ending a whole chapter or a whole cycle. I mean, this has a lot to do with realignment of the heart center. So again, a lot of yogic practices, or like just something to get you out of that zone. But remember, it really is about like maybe really tending more to yourself at the moment. These cards, a new start is coming, so it's challenging, right? Because you have to remain in optimism, and you can't let others bring you down right now. You're working towards something new, and that's regardless of whether it's something kind of like it may not feel big right now, like say, for example, you just started meditating and you just started journaling practices or something like that. But all of this is meaningful because it's sort of that like adding up bit by bit. You're chipping away and coming to your heart center and coming more into alignment with yourself. That was also the message I was getting, slowly but surely, right? All of a sudden you're gonna feel like I get a wave, get a push. Again, sometimes I get the push. Like there are forces working with you, for your good. Okay, y'all. I know I didn't mention all the things. I just kind of wanted to roll that one off the tongue and just kind of go with it. There's a lot of fiery energy, like Aries, a lot of Mars and Aries. So a lot of people just kind of trying to gain and gather attention somehow, or just create force in a way where like you maybe need to step away, right? Check out this Five of Swords. That is a very cool card, but again, it's just like a very competitive, like perhaps people around you need to chill and you need to like exit those arenas, right? I get a lot of I was getting a lot of the waxing energy, and then I get a lot of the waning energy, because the waning moon did come up, but it is just about a realignment, not starting something new. So continue to work on yourself, which is also what the waning moon means. And this was at the bottom of the deck, the have faith in your dreams. So very Aquarian, very like the energy is building. And then step out of your comfort zone is also like, will you continue to work on it? You're building, you're continually, gradually coming to your heart center as you release the need to participate in gossiping and the rage and the fighting words. I also have Taurus, Capricorn energy. I get that you need to come back into your grounding, because people are just like kind of throwing you off a lot. Okay. So with this card, I have the Archangels, or the Angel Tarot. I just split it and I was about to shuffle it, and so we have the Four of Wands and the Queen of Earth, and I was just about to say too, I have Taurus, Capricorn energy, or Taurus, Virgo energy, and then I have Virgo and energy, so feminine. I'm getting like Scorpio, Pisces. Scorpio, Pisces releasing a lot of baggage, really releasing a lot, feeling the constriction, but the release. This is strengthening. It's requiring strength, right? You gotta dig deep. I have feminine Aries. I also have masculine Aries. Feeling a little overwhelmed. Yeah, take a step back, right? Like the energies right now, people better chill, right? They better chill. I'm getting you leaning into your rhythm. This is gonna get you out of this Ace of Wands frustrative, kind of like, can we get this show on the road? And the Two of Wands, like, yo, you need to plan. This is gonna get you from there into like, okay, I got my S together, and now like I see that I can clear the path, and that I don't have to worry, and that I'm actually being propelled by everything that has happened. So I'm so sorry. I cut the Angel Tarot deck. The Six of Water came out, and it reminded me that this card also came out, which we've been talking a lot about. And you are really kind of being catapulted by all the BS that has happened. You're realizing that all of that actually is very meaningful, and even though it may have been painful, and even though it probably did suck a lot, and it was like bull crud, and you're like, maybe I was the one who started. You're like owning it, right? I gotta take a sip. You're owning it. I have Libra, masculine energy. Like things seem like a lot of things may have just come at you this week, and you're like, why am I dealing with this? This is drawing you back in, right? Thank you, angels. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, yeah. 7 of Wands, really. Taking the time out this week is going to put you back into that, like, into defending and standing your ground, which has been the message, right? Then you're also you're also not going to participate in the muckery. That's good. I like how this is going. Okay, thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit. You're telling me that you're not gonna let anything you're not gonna allow it. You're not allowing things to pass you by, but you're also not allowing things to you're not gonna allow others to just get by in a way where it isn't equal in a way, right? Yeah, you're standing your ground, or at least you know now to not indulge in this tomfoolery, right? The spectacle, the show. Yeah, Libran energy. We do have the Two of Pentacles, right? Yep, look. Don't give up. Yes, again, it reminds me, same thing with this North Node. Don't give up. Are you willing to continue to push through? Here in that discomfort zone, you're realizing what's propelling you is all the crud. You're like really acknowledging how it propels you, okay? Thank you, archangels, spirit guides of the highest love, ancestors. Yeah, you're as you step away from this that arena, you're able to see your options and the possibilities kind of clear back up, right? Like, oh yeah, I had already made this decision. Whew. Yeah, like a huge relief after that, y'all. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights coming from this. Okay, getting out of that, because what was making you feel that way? All those hanging out with these folks that are just mean or upsetting you or causing chaos because they need attention. This will be a karmic Justice, okay? You're going to see, you've learned your lessons, okay? So you will just see karma play out and you will continue. Again, we have stand up for your beliefs. So that goes along with the 7 of Wands that we have over here, okay? You've learned already enough. You're like, I've dealt with this enough times to know that I'm not going to indulge. I've learned my lessons and I'm not going to stay in the past and continue to perpetuate and cause more rudeness and issues and drama. You're letting karma play out, okay? The Libra energy, the 2 of Pentacles energy kicked it up. You already know what type of relationships you're staying away from. You already know who's causing the drama. You already know you can't participate in that crud because it's keeping you from your heart center. And you already know that a lot of this is more meaningful to you because you have a lot of creative, you have a creative thing, you're doing things for yourself and you're doing things for your job and you work and you also have creative passions and you know that you want to I'm sorry, I'm blowing like air to the mic. I just realized. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs, okay? Even if what you feel is small, even if what you feel that you're doing, even if you feel that you're starting with a small step, that step is for you, okay? And that is what is gravitating, that is what's like uplifting you, and that's what's creating space so that spirit can take care of that crud and you continue to rise, okay, as you spend time and you chip away on yourself or your passions or both, or it doesn't matter. Again, it could be small, but that very small decision, it's fine, it's small, but it is for you, and that is what makes it a big deal, and that is what's pushing you. As the freaking bells are just like banging over here. There you go. There's my cover. There's my thumbnail. Yeah, Mercury has been popping up, okay? Sending you so much love. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I don't even know what day it is. Did I say it's Venus Day? Sun's in Virgo. We love it. Okay, have a good one. Keep it real, okay?